I was telling Mark as we were walking down, it's the first game that my mother has been to since I've been the head coach here. When I was an assistant and as a player, I don't think they ever missed a game. She's had some real health issues and then COVID and everything. And so after some pleading and some begging, she's been wanting to come, but physically she just wasn't able, so she was there tonight. But boy, I didn't want to lose. Golly, would I have been a bad son. I've been a bad son at times, but wow, that would have been bad. And then I didn't want to disappoint the fans. I thought that was as good a crowd, as energetic a crowd. As I told TV afterwards, there's no way we win that game if the energy wasn't as good as it was. Because that's grueling. You know, I'm sitting here looking, man, and they led that game for 41 minutes, man. Joe had his guys playing. They were playing. They were tougher than us, man. They were just whipping us on 50-50 balls. You know, you hear the term win your one-on-one a lot in football, especially in wide receivers, DBs, but you don't hear it as much in basketball. But we weren't winning many one-on-ones. They were a lot of loose balls they were getting, just playing tougher than us. Hung around, and then we had an opportunity that it's unfathomable that we didn't finish it. So now you're just dejected. And I told the group, man, we didn't do a whole lot of things right, but what we did do is kept fighting. Perseverance is very valuable. I have learned that in my ripe old age. It's probably the most valuable trait that you can have. And tonight I think our guys learned the importance of persevering.
Look at Butter Johnson made a lot of big shots for you, but play that stands out is just that scrum for the basket on that rebound. Gets the two after that really seemed to get you guys going at that point.
You know, he's +10 in the plus-minus again in a game that takes double overtime to win. I thought KJ Buffin was outstanding early, keeping us in it, fouls, and then he probably played the last 15 minutes of real time with 4 fouls because I just needed him out there. He's such a valuable presence for us. I thought Trey, again, tremendous job on our defensive glass, giving us presence at the rim, made 2 huge free throws in that second OT. And obviously, Eric and Jelly, you know, if we're going to go 9 for 37, 9 for 37. If we're going to go 9 for 37 out of our starting backcourt and find a way to win, but a huge, made some gutsy plays, lucky, fortunate.
So, you had some Taven in there in the second overtime. And
just looking.
It seems like you're just
searching.
Yeah.
Just searching. I trust Tave a little more defensively, but we need Butter's ability to make a shot. He can make a shot. And with L.A. Brewer out, and L.A. Brewer, without L.A. Brewer, we're not sitting here with 11 wins. He's probably our second best perimeter shooter. With him out of the game, and they're just gapping Jelly, and Jelly's kind of giving into that gap and just forcing shots. We weren't playing on the backside of it. That's why I took him out, if you know. I mean, I took him out in that second OT because we couldn't run offense with him because he was just – trust me, those were not the shots that we were designed to do. So he was – and with that, there's some give and take, and obviously you guys know that. But I was trying to just get the ball reversed. If we got the ball reversed, we were having plays on the other side. I thought E.G. made a great play to Taven over the top. Again, Taven's missed more dunks this year than I think he's missed in the 2 prior years. A play over the rim we didn't make, but again – I could harp on all the negatives, and trust me, I will. But I'm just proud that we found a way to get a win.
When Eric misses the free throws, what are you saying in the huddle at that point? Because like you said, you're dejected.
Well, he was really, really down on himself, and so I just asked him, can I keep him in the game or can he move on? Because if he's going to wallow in that. And I also told him, and the reality is, you'll probably write about it now to make sure that I'm wrong, but I said if we win the game, nobody's going to remember it, and they won't. If you lose a game, it's pretty pivotal. It's a pretty pivotal memory in the course of a season if you lose. Thankfully, that wasn't the case.
They seem to have a lot of success with this one play running on the baseline on the back. Is that something that y'all had seen in film, or is that something that kind of really surprised you?
We played that 13, that 1-3-1 a bunch. We turned them over 25 times. I mean, they have a propensity to turn it over, but 25 times probably is a season high for them. They crushed us on the glass because many times they were shooting it out of that 1-3-1, and it's a horrible zone to play to rebound the ball. That's why a lot of people don't do it. That's why when the ball goes to the corner, we transition into a 2-3. But they were basically cutting one corner to the other corner while we were rotating. And it was problematic for us, really on second chance points more than anything. First shot D wasn't that big a deal. I've got the numbers right here. In our 13, they were, quick math, 9 for 38. Pretty effective for us. Obviously, without it, we don't win the game. But we played that thing 38 possessions. I don't know if I've ever coached a team that I played it that much, but it was effective for us because we couldn't guard them off the bounce. Again, I have talked about it and talked about it and talked about it. We have got to be able to sit down and keep that bounce in front of us, or I'm going to have to make some real changes.
Go back to Eric real quick in the overtime. It seemed like he had a lot of plays in the overtime. He had a couple steals, he had a block. I mean, just things that might not show up as much, that you notice as much, but it kind of talk a little about his overcoming that.
Huge block in the open floor. That's how he's Instagram famous. You know he's Instagram famous. I don't know if you know. But that's how he is. He's good at that. And so I thought we had I thought Trey Jemison, a couple of huge blocks at the rim, man. We made some defensive plays at the basket, no question. I mean, they only shoot 39%. They go 7 for 21 from three, which is a little more than they typically make. Some of those, again, I thought they stepped up and made big plays, but we go 3 for 24. Holy smokes. We go 3 for 24. We almost got double turnovers to assist, and it certainly was not a pleasing game. A lot of that was them. I thought they were more physical on the ball, and we got into some hero ball at times and threw us out of rhythm. But, again, let's stay positive.
Yeah, I think that play was a big play for us. Everybody was kind of down the energy at that moment. I think that brought us back up and just gave us something to look forward to and just keep playing hard and keep pushing through.
How would you describe tonight? I mean, it's a crazy game. It seemed like you guys are struggling a lot of it, but just to be able to grind out a win, and how would you kind of describe your feelings right now?
Yeah, I think we're feeling pretty good. We know we can be better. We struggled with rebounding and just playing tough and then missing free throws, but we know we're going to come in and get better tomorrow and just keep pushing, keep working, and get back to our roots and continue to play, our type of basketball.
As a team, when you think you have it won after regulation, maybe it's one of the 3 free throws, and how hard is it to come back from something like that? Just emotional.
Right, yeah, it's pretty hard. Basketball is an emotional game, which Coach Kennedy tells us all the time. Just continue to control our emotions, continue to just push through and just think next play.
The 3 you hit at the end of regulation that at one point looked like it could be the winner. I mean, you're probably used to taking those in high school,
right.
But the first chance you got to that in college. Just kind of describe what was going on in that play and just what you thought when you shot it.
Yeah, I thought, when I shot it, I thought it was good. My confidence just, I thought it was good just based off the work I put in alone in the gym and just working hard. And Coach Kennedy trusts me a lot, so that boosts my confidence up. And when I shot it, I just knew it was going there.
Coach Andy was talking about something in here a minute ago about the numbers for Eric and Jelly, 9 for whatever it was. Not very good shooting night, yet you found a way to win. I mean, what does that say for your team, you think, to find a way to win a game like that?
Oh, yeah, Coach King tells us all the time, next man up. Don't blow your opportunities. When your teammates aren't performing like they should, you got to pick up the slack that they have given. And just next man up, continue to just push through, and I'll be ready.